Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's go. Hey, it's your boy Abs. I'm with my man's Alex. Introduce yourself, my man.
What's going on, bro? You been doing all right?
Hey, yeah, I'm straight, man. Love jumping on with you, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on, bro.
Okay. So as Alex tries to figure stuff out, just speak a little bit. Welcome back to Whateva Washington. It's me and Alex talking GM for the day. So if you guys remember, we weren't able to finish up our conversation last time, me and Alex. So we're here to give you another part into this. Um, Alex, you still there? All right, we having some difficulties. Alex, you there, bro? Alex, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Got you.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, guys. So, like I said, is GM abs for the day, and we started it last week. Yeah, a few days ago, and it's the top moves that I was going to do. So we started off with sign a veteran linebacker. That was one of the moves that we were going. We started off with. Just to recap, um, I just said that this is something that we need. We need someone to quarterback the defense, and just to touch up on it, someone a veteran like I'm like just like inside linebacker, someone that can show Jamin Davis um, what to do back there.
Right.
Honestly, maybe to help him flourish a little bit more than what he's done because he's been a bust so far. And honestly, we're on year 4. We're going on to year 4 now, and this is the time where we can say if the person's a bust or not. What you think, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say this probably be his last year to really, show something. Um, I wouldn't sign a 5th year option. I would definitely see what he can do. He's definitely gonna have to earn it. His weakness, man, is coverage. I mean, passing coverage. Like he's real bad at guarding uh wide receivers or zone coverage. He's not very good at guarding running backs at all either. So I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think we should give him the 5th?
So that jumps into what we're going to talk about today. We were talk so that was one thing that I like Alex said we talked about it, but I vaguely remember it, but that's the thing that was my next move was to reject his 5th year option.
Right.
Honestly, this guy has to show me something. So this is pretty much another Chase Young type deal. We are literally going to see what he can do. He needs to show the hell out. And I need to see something from this guy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, Alex, honestly, you said it too. You said it good. You said it well enough. Like he needs to do something. And to me, that was one of the things that they said coming out of the draft was this
Yep.
man is good in coverage or he's fast and this and this and that. But one thing that really bothered me was like one, I don't think any of us were mocking him to our team at all. Um, not at all. Sean,
Right.
what was it? Xavier Collins, or something like that. That's who we really wanted, but that dude's about to be a bust in Arizona too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know we don't know what we talking about, but Ron definitely don't know what he's talking about either. Like one thing that pissed me off about Ron is like he made these picks like
Yeah.
he knew better than all of us out here. And then just to show he really doesn't. He really does it, man. What you think?
Yeah. I mean, you said it right, bro. I mean, Ab, I know you remember when Ron was hoping that this guy was gonna play the mic very well, and he thought that Jamin Davis was gonna be Luke Kuechly. He's clearly not
Shit,
Luke Kuechly. He's clearly not
shit,
Luke Kuechly.
not at
um,
all.
yeah, I mean, he struggled hard. They said something about that he couldn't he couldn't call the plays and be the leader on the defense, so they put him on the outside. So ever since though, he has been improving year to year. I think he's pretty decent in the run game, especially shedding off blockers and stuff. That's why I would say, I'm kind of glad he's playing this last year with us. The fifth year option, you're right. I wouldn't sign it either. He's definitely got to work better in zone coverage. He's terrible at zone coverage and playing man, which it's crazy to me because the man don't even run like a 4.4, 6'3", 4.4. But again, the combine, sometimes the combine, it doesn't matter how strong you are, how fast you are. Sometimes that really doesn't reveal what your strengths are on the field. The combine is not always like that. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I still like him. I think he's a decent tackler, but he has a lot of things that he needs to work up. Some screws that are a little loose, and I wouldn't sign him to a big contract at all. No, I wouldn't.
So this is the thing. So Jack Del Rio, right?
Yeah.
This man and Ron were big on getting these guys in here and asking them to do shit that they wasn't their norm to do. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So like that, to me, it's like, do you think it's possible that this new regime, Ken Norton, can actually uh put him in the right place to flourish? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, not ask
Right.
him to do all that extra shit that Ron and Jack Del Rio were asking these players to do. Like, to me, it's like, if so, like Chase Young, like if you like, look, Chase Young, contain and rush the quarterback. That's all we need you to do.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if we know that's all you can do, why are we going to ask you to cover the running back coming out of the backfield?
Right. Right. Right.
Like, like, to me, I just like, so to me, like, do you think it's possible like these players are going to actually, like, the coach, like, because I've said it before,
Uh,
let these players do what they're good at. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And
Right.
then call the defense that they're good at, like, that they can flourish at. So do you think that's possible? Do you think that they're going to do that in this new regime?
I do. I do. We talked about it before that Ron had a whole lot on his plate. I do blame it on the man, and some you have to take off the man. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole lot to control when he was with us, but in Carolina he didn't. In Carolina he was just a coach. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with him coming over here, Dan made him control it all. Dan Snyder made him control it all. And we went through the COVID. He went through the cancer. He went with his mom passing away. Rest in peace. So he was going through he was having a lot on his plate. So, but this new coaching staff, Dan Quinn, and what he did with Dallas, especially making them a top 5, top 10 defense the time he was there. Yeah, man. I think he would definitely put Jamin Davis in the right spot to be successful. Absolutely. I think he would even blitz Jamin Davis more because I'm looking at it right here. Throughout his career with us, he's only had 7 sacks. That might go up more because we like when Jamin Davis blitz. Now he ain't no Michael Parsons, but he'll get through there and hit the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I think they will. I really do. I think Dan Quinn, man, he's gonna get this defense up to par. And I do think I don't know about top 5 his first year, but we might get top 15 and that top 12 at least, and that's a positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially I know I might get off topic right here, but with Emmanuel Forbes, he might work Emmanuel Forbes up. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's what we hoping, right? So, like, to me, that's definitely what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they bring something out in this team, like, because when Ron first got here, they're like, I'll run through a wall for this guy. They're saying the same shit about our new coach. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see how hard they play for this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean, you're right. You're
Mr.
right. Talk
man?
his cheap.
Sean, what's good, brother? What's good, man?
Sean, what up?
Bringing in Ken Norton Jr. to coach hopefully will help him. Like, that's what I'm saying. But till then, you still can't sign this man to a fifth-year option. Like, I just don't think he's shown it. So looking at his stats, 13 games played, a total of 89 tackles.
Yeah.
89 tackles, 50 solo, 39 assisted, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles,
Right.
1 interception, 4 passes defended.
Right.
That's 8.5 stuffs. 19 stuff yards. Yeah, so I mean it's not bad, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's not good. And like, it's just, to me, it's like he should have been like the difference maker at that position, especially with, like, and I think Barton had more. Barton probably played every game, so, but it says he only played 13 games, but still, I still need to see. I think I still need to see a bit more, and like, he just hasn't been that noticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you get a guy like honestly, we could bring in was it Devin White?
Yeah.
Bring in a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy's going to command about 10, 12 million a year, maybe even more.
Right.
I know everybody's talking about Patrick Queen, but Devin White, like, Patrick Queen was good only when, was it Roquan Smith jumped onto the team?
Right.
That's when he started to get good. And then that's when he's like flourishing. But because there's no Roquan Smith type player on our team, you know,
Right.
for him to hide behind, So Devin White, though, I mean, he had, was it Levante David too? David, but
yeah.
I think he still showed the hell out too. So
yeah,
we'll see. Okay. Jay Witt understands different learning styles. Well, I hopefully we'll see that. Hopefully, Tabby.
Right.
So he can figure out how players learn.
Well, Jamin Davis is also going off that shoulder too, bro. That shoulder injury.
Did he get it fixed?
Yeah, as far as I know, he had surgery on it and everything, but he had something. I think it was with his shoulder, man. He got remember, because he didn't play the last couple of games of the season, so he had shoulder surgery or something like that. So you also got to see if he's gonna be good off that, which I think he will.
Yeah,
but yeah, like
season.
right,
right.
Right.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh no, you good. But yeah, with the Devin White situation, absolutely, we definitely need a mic. And I said Patrick Queen because, man, that dude was a beast in Baltimore. But you're right though. Is Patrick Queen really a Mike linebacker? Because he did have Raekwon Smith, so we definitely need a Mike. We need a guy that can lead the whole defense and call the right plays and everything. We need like what Ron wanted, a Luke Kuechly. That's what we need. We need a guy that can and I think Devin White could be that, because Devin White was that in Tampa, so that'd be perfect. But do you think Devin White is gonna leave Tampa, or you think he's gonna hit free agency?
Well, they just had his 5th-year option, so It's between him and wow, what's his name? Winfield, I think. When the safety,
Oh
Antoine
yeah,
Winfield.
yeah.
And I think they're going. I think Winfield. I think they're going to tag Winfield, if anything.
Yeah, true.
I think they're going to tag Winfield, if anything, because let me check the Tampa Bay's salary cap situation, because they were like Tom Brady set them back like 2 years, bro. Like
Yeah,
that. So like he really did. So because they couldn't afford anybody better
yeah.
last year except for Mayfield. Like, you know what I'm
Like yeah.
saying? And it worked out for them, but they couldn't afford anything better than that. So it says they got 48 million, just over 48 million in cap, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So
Unless they,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
nah, can they sign Baker?
Oh, yeah. See, they can sign. So they have to re-sign Baker. They have to sign one of the linebackers. It's between Levante David and Devin White, which they probably
Right.
will try and sign Devin White. They'll probably let Levante David go because he's older.
Right.
And then tag that safety.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
they still have to try and sign what's his name?
Mike Evans.
The wide Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So
That's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if
You're
they
right.
tag someone, especially if they tag one of those the linebacker or that safety, that's easily double digits in the millions, bro. So that brings them down to like 30 something million right there.
Mm. Yeah, that's tough, bro.
I think
Yeah.
Carton Davis is a free agent. Carton Davis, Sean, who is that? Carton Davis. Oh, sorry. Oh man. All right. So it's good conversation. Rumor is he may come to you all, Mike Evans. People are talking about him going to Houston. I don't see that either. I don't. To me, Houston doesn't like they're pretty good in their salary cap. Like Houston, I want to say it's like, yeah, they're number 6 in the league in salary cap room. Almost 74 million. I don't. To me, I don't think Houston needs a wide receiver. They got Tank Dell and who's the other guy?
I had him on fantasy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, the guy. Okay, the guy is like he actually showed out like, and no one really expected him to do it.
Nico Collins. Nico Collins. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so to me, those two right there, then you draft a wide receiver, you perfect, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they draft in this draft, the wide receiver position is deep. It's almost too deep. You know what I'm saying? So I can see these wide receivers in free agency not getting the love that they think they are going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Evans trying to get a whole bunch of love. I don't see him. He may not get the money he's looking for. Tell me what you think, bro. I seen the eye raise. What you think, bro?
Bro, I don't know. To me, I think Mike Evans gonna get all the love. I think he'll get all the love because he really only the one wide receiver that gets over 1,000 yards every year, and I think he keeps adding up. I think this is his 10th season getting over 1,000 or 9th season or something like that. So I have to look that up. But yeah, Mike Evans, man, he ain't no joke. And Houston, bro. Um, I mean, like you said, they could put Bell at slot. He'll play good at slot. Nico at number 2, Mike Evans at number 1, or whoever at that number 1. And bro, they was already in the playoffs, so they looking to, they looking to get that, that extra spot. So anything for CJ Stroud to be comfortable and calm, man. Whew, my gosh, bro, I wouldn't go draft a quarter. I wouldn't go draft a wide receiver when I can get if Mike Evans is there or one of these dominant guys. Man, yeah. He want that money. He deserve it though. Mike Evans a dog.
Okay, so my reasoning: Mike Evans is on the wrong side of 30. Okay.
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
So, like, honestly, how many more? And then everybody has a drop off. Everybody has a drop off. I don't care who you are. Everybody has a drop off. Mike Evans is just like you said, 1,000-yard receiver every year. Every year he's been in the league, he's had 1,000 yards. And honestly, it's not even close. First ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's not going to get paid. I'm saying he's not going to get the love that he's wanting. You know what I'm saying? People are going to look at that 30. He's going to want what longevity and guaranteed money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So over a wide receiver over 30, how many more years are you going to sign this person to a contract? Realistically, 3, maybe.
How old is he? He's 30. Is he 30 or 31? 32, something like that?
Let me. Give me a second. I'll look that up.
My bad. My internet messing up, but I'm looking it up now. I'm trying to anyway. Oh, he's 30. He's 30 years old, right? Yeah, okay. 30. I mean, 30 years old, 4-year deal. What you think, Ed?
4-year deal. Okay. And then wide receivers, we determine wide receivers get what, 30 million a year. Like the best get 30 something a year.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not resetting the market, bro, because no one can trust a 30-year-old wide receiver because the downfall is coming anytime. Michael Thomas, did we think he was going to fall off like that?
Michael Thomas. Oh, yeah. But Michael Thomas was injury prone, though. He got a lot of injuries, though.
No, that's true. That's true.
Throughout his career. Mike Evans, I don't think really has a whole lot of injuries throughout his career. He's very
he's tough as shit.
Yeah. I get exactly what you're saying. I'm not down on what you're saying. I get what you're saying because he is 30 years old, but there will be a team that I believe there will be a team that will be hungry enough to grab this dude because they know his history, they know what type of guy he is. Especially he won't have to do all the work. He won't have to. If he went to Houston, he wouldn't have to. Got Neil Collins, but what is his name, Dale or Bell or whatever. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Dale.
Yeah, Dale.
If I was Houston, especially if I had 2 wide receivers that I already know are legit. In fact, they got 3 that's legit already. Who's the guy that got cancer? They legit have 3 wide receivers already, bro.
Are you talking about Woods? Are you talking about Woods?
No, man. The guy that got drafted and then literally they found out in like training camp or something like that he had cancer. So he had got like leukemia, and then he had to take the whole year off and then came back like last year.
You talking about the dude from Alabama?
Yeah, the fast one, I want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, he could play 4.
I'm just saying, Houston.
I know.
let me say this. So I think there's better fits for him, especially if he's trying to get that 1,000 yards. Because we talked about in the last show, it's hard to get your numbers if you got 8 other players that are like one like are like the prime option for your team too. You know what I'm saying? Like 49ers, it's hard for everyone to get their numbers if they have like 8 players that it could go to any given time. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I mean, I'm not down with what you're saying. I just
I
think,
know, bro.
yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. I'm not down with what you're saying. I get it. I just know with CJ Stroud in that offense, whew, give him as much. I mean, make him feel as comfortable as he want to, man, and make him ball out. Because if they do that, man, they get Mike Evans, man, they'll be the number one offense next year, I believe.
John Mitchie, that's who it was.
Yeah, Mitchie the third. Yeah,
Yeah. And so I think there's better teams for him. That's all I'm trying to say. If Houston wants to do better, and this is just my opinion, they'll go out and get like a Saquon Barkley or why can't I remember these names? Like I'm usually good about these names.
Oh, you good?
The
You
guy
talking
from
about running? You talking about
running
running backs
backs.
or
Yeah,
wide receivers?
running
Derrick
backs.
Henry, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard.
Who's the guy from the Chargers?
Austin Eckler.
There you go. Eckler or Saquon Barkley. There you go, bro.
Yeah.
My pick, Saquon Barkley, though. Saquon Barkley, someone to do it all, an option out of the backfield. There you go. Like that, it would be dumb, bro. What's good,
Right.
Nathan? What's good, bro?
Hey, Ab, the big question is, would we take Mike Evans in free agency?
Would we?
Yeah.
I think we would. I think we would. To me, I still would go. I would still go the draft route myself. I'm just thinking money wise, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think it's too high of a probability for his drop off to come soon. So that's just me, man. After 30, you get slower, bro. Like it, and it just happens. It happens fast, man. So that's all I'm saying. So, to me, do you think Evans would come here? That's the real question. Because if he hits
Right.
free agency, he's picking where he's going.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's definitely picking where he's going. And he definitely wants that ring.
That's another thing, and that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like that's where you would want to, like, if you're past 30, I know you weren't trying to get paid, but you're trying to get that ring again. And like, I know he already has one, but you still like, that's winning. It matters. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to jump onto a team to rebuild. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Let us know that you disagree with me. Okay. So I already know y'all disagree with me, and that's okay. No, baby. But just chime in, let us know what you guys think. I love to hear what you guys think. Okay. So let's move on. So just to reiterate, I'm rejecting Jamin Davis 5th-year option. Let us know what you guys think. What is that, a good move or not? Okay. All right, going on to my my 14 number 14. Okay. Number 14, when I'm picking, the next thing I'm doing as a GM, I'm drafting a cornerback. Okay. Now, Sean, let us know how deep cornerbacks are. From what I've seen, that's not a very deep position. Like, there's not a lot of good cornerbacks. So you let me know what you think of that, because from what I've seen, it's not a lot of them, Sean. So what do you think about that, Alex?
You would draft a cornerback?
Cornerback.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should draft one. There is a cornerback, Sneed, coming out of free agency. If KC can't take him, I would love to have him. Sneed is so underrated, bro. I mean, he is a dog, man, and he makes plays. if he really wants to go in free agency and want that money, I hope Washington gives him whatever he wants, man. If he's looking for that Josh Norman type deal, this dude is better than Josh Norman. Snead is a dog. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. That's the other one that I was talking about the other day, bro. Is
Yeah,
between Snead and
yeah.
it was another cornerback we were talking about, but it was between those two that that I was thinking of bringing here. Now, my thing about that is I'm scared. I'm scared of the Josh Norman deals, bro. Like
Right.
we get these guys for 5 years and all of a sudden now they don't fit in our defense. In fact, they're a liability. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So, like to me, that's I mean, because Snead already said he's trying to get paid, and honestly, I know that they like, and especially when you get a whole bunch of money, they want you to be very diverse, and they want you to do this and do that, and everything under the sun. If they ask this man, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that?" If you're paying me like 80 million guaranteed, of course I can do it. I don't know if I've ever done it before, but of course I can do it, bro. Like, what you
yeah.
thinking, man? You gonna tell these guys no, you can't do something if they're offering you that kind of cheese?
Right. Nah, I agree, bro. I'm telling you, man. Snead, man, he is so underrated, bro. That I would definitely take it. When we got Josh Norman, I think he was what? Wasn't he 29 at the time? I think, or he was 28, about to turn 29, somewhere around there. Um, Again, we use Josh Norman more of a man corner than a zone, and he was a very, very good zone corner. But with Snead, man, if we can do him right, like again, it all depends on these coaches and how these coaches use him. But man, I would do it. I mean, Snead, he's only 27, bro. He's only 27. He just turned 27. So I mean, man, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would give him a 4 or 5 year deal. Absolutely, I would. And if we can sign Kendall Fuller back, man, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would. That's just that.
What you say?
I said if we can get him and Kendall Fuller and sign him to a 4 to 5 year deal, Snead, I'd do it in a heartbeat, dog.
So Kendall Fuller is 29. Even though that
Yeah.
fits into your Josh Norman scenario, you still would sign Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller.
To a 1 year deal. Yeah.
So that's so cornerback position. Kendall Fuller is one of the in free agency. No offense, he's one of the top people in cornerback positions. He's one of the top ones. So
Yeah.
and he's going to try to get the bag himself too. Like again, once you hit free agency, these teams, like, yes, we have to show you the interest that we want you, but these players have to be like, look, I want to come here too. You know what I'm saying? And like we
Right.
just talked about before, Kendall Fuller is getting up in age, so he's going to go where it's probably going to be one of his last contracts he's going to sign. Let's be real.
Right.
So it's going to be
Right.
a longevity one, secured and guarantees and everything like that. So to me, I think Kendall Fuller's gone. Me personally, especially like he was one of the only bright spots, and that's lightly saying that he was one of the bright spots on our team. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
not really saying much,
No, it's not.
right? So I mean, he's going to try. He's going to try and get the bag himself. To my opinion, I don't think he's going to want to come back because you're almost 30. Are you going to be part of a rebuild? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it.
What you guys? Go ahead, bro.
I don't know, man. I mean, he's from here, isn't he? Yeah, he's from Virginia. So I don't know. It's definitely a possibility that he might want to roll and try to find the money, but he knows that he's getting up there in age. He knows that he's not gonna. I'm sure he knows that he's not gonna find a big bag. So I'm pretty sure that he probably wants a 1 year, 2 year deal. I don't know. If he would definitely want to come back, I would, and I would give Sneed a a boatload of whatever he needs. Man, we got to, as Washington fans, and for this Washington team, we have the most cap space. You dig what I'm saying? We have the most cap space. So we have to make a splash. And this is a top corner. If he goes into free agency, which I'm sure he will, I don't know if KC is going to be able to franchise tag this man. But I'm telling you right now, if he goes into free agency, we need to make a big splash on at least what I mean by big splash, I'm talking about like the top guys in every position. So in this corner position, we need to make a splash on it. We definitely need to make a splash on it. I would, man. We need it. We need a dominant corner, man. I would definitely do it. I would give him a 5-year deal. I'm not playing.
So Sneed, Kansas from Kansas City. In case you guys don't know, Kansas City cornerback drafted in the 4th round. So there's no 5th-year option for this guy. So he's a flat out unrestricted free agent. Okay, he's already come out of his mouth and said, "Give me the bag." You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get paid. We all know Kansas City is in a situation because they paid Patrick Mahomes $500 million, and they're going to have to rework their whole team. And honestly, it's already shown to be biting them in the ass because they almost lost Chris Jones last year. So and then Chris Jones showed out again saying, "Hey, y'all must have forgot my name. Y'all must have forgot my name." So Chris Jones is showing that he's the only other defensive tackle to be worth $30 million other than Aaron Donald. Okay. So he's looking to get paid still. Like Chris Jones, like, fuck that home team discount. Y'all gonna pay me, man. So again, like my prediction for that situation, they can't keep both Jones and Sneed. One of them is going to have to go, and might even be they can't. So one of those players are going to get tagged, and that's the player that they're going to prioritize to try and keep. Okay, so and honestly, like, and who do you pick between those two? They just got the cornerback. That was a year or two ago. Duffy, I think his name, McDuffie or something like that.
I think so. I think I knew some about, yeah.
That dude's legit. So they might just like, and just to reiterate what I've said before, you don't want to put too much money into one position. So since they've already got their star, their star cornerback, why not try and pay it into their defensive tackle position now? So Sneed might be available, you know what I'm saying? And just to me, honestly, I like Sneed, good track record, but does he fit what we're trying to do here? And to me, that's all I want. That's all I want is players to fit into what we're doing, not just a name. And it's like it's going to bring people. Like, of course, people are going to want to come into the stadium and sit and watch because we just got Sneed in the in free agency. Because when we got Josh Norman, I didn't even care if he fit or not. Like, I was like, oh boy, I remember it, bro. I remember because Carolina rescinded his franchise tag or something like that, and we jumped on his ass like, let's go. But it just turned out he just didn't fit. And to me, I'm like a little bit more knowledgeable about this shit now. We need players to fit, bro. And they can't just be an attractive name. You know what I mean? And so If he fits, let's go. I'm all about this shit. And to me, and just to reiterate, just to jump on what you said earlier, we do have a bunch of salary cap. I'm not about spending it all. You know what I mean? You know, like it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever we don't spend this year gets rolled over to next year. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be a little bit smart about this salary cap space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think the time when we did get Josh Norman, you're right. We didn't use him right. We didn't. Again, he played a lot of zone in Carolina. They had dominant linebackers. I mean, you got to think. I mean, they went to that Super Bowl, remember, and lost. I mean, but they had a real good defense. So Josh Norman didn't have to do a whole lot. You know, he comes to Washington. Remember that we had to go against Odell Beckham. You know, we had to go against the Cowboys wide receivers, and who else was it? The Giants, the Cowboys, and then the Eagles. The Eagles wide receivers also. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and we already knew that Josh Norman had a history with Odell Beckham, right? You remember that, Ab? So we wanted someone to stop him, right? Yeah. But Josh Norman, he wasn't a very good man-on-man guy. He wasn't. He was a very good zone corner, right? But this dude Snead, I feel like he could play man, he could play zone. I feel like we finally got the right. Hopefully, it looks good on paper. We don't know yet, but I think these coaches, especially when we got a new GM, you know, we got a new owner. I think we're smarter minds in the building now, and I think they know what to do with Snead. Bro, he just turned 27. He's young. He's talented. He's a leader at that. He would definitely be a captain on this team, no question. He would definitely help out Emmanuel Forbes, St. Juice, whoever else. Absolutely. I'm snagging that up. No question about it. He hit free agency. You want that bag? I'm going to give it to you, my brother. Absolutely.
Got it. You saying, I like it, man. You're convinced. I love that shit, bro. All right. So, GM. So let me I'll pull this up. Okay. So I'm saying cornerback. Okay, so these are the top cornerbacks according to PFF.
Okay.
Cooper DeJean, John. Did you say hold up?
No, go ahead. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah, you talking about the in the draft, right?
In the draft, yeah. Nate Wiggins, Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Quinyon Mitchell, and Enos Rakestraw, and I'll just end it right here. TJ Tampa. So those are the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cornerbacks. Okay. So, and when I was looking at just the cornerbacks that were available in free agency, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, it's not overly promising. It's like maybe some backups, like, you know what I'm saying, like maybe what's going on. So that's more like the free agents are more depth. You know what I'm saying? Like these are like depth players that you put on the team, experience wise. But I like
right,
maybe a Stephon Gilmore. Like I'm looking for like if I'm looking to get someone in to sign off a free agency, like I'm looking for a starter because we talked about it before. Who's our starters now? Forbes and Juice.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, like, and after that, who else is on the team? You know what I'm saying? Who else will back them up? Danny Johnson. Like, well, he's probably a free agent, or he's probably not even on the team anymore.
He'll be a free agent. He'll be a
You
free
get what you know what I'm saying? Like we literally have to revamp this whole roster, you know? And so we need to, like, and Kendall Fuller, like, to me, I would sign Kendall Fuller myself, but again, he's not going to want to come back. That's what I think. I really don't think he's going to want to come back here. I really don't. He probably, like, look, you're looking at me like the way you're looking at me, it's like I don't mind. So he could go to Baltimore and still be hometown if you really think that, you get what I'm saying? If you really think that really matters much. Like, to me, I don't think it means shit. So he wants to win, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember, he was in Kansas City when they won the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure he likes winning. He knows what it feels like. We don't, but I'm sure he knows what it feels like.
Nah, I agree, but he went to Kansas City right after the Super Bowl, and then he came home. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just feel like I agree with you saying, Ed, but I'm just saying, like, the man could have stayed in KC. He could have went cheaper, or he could have went to another team, but he didn't. He went straight to us, and he knew that we wasn't all that. I mean, I don't know. To me, if he's looking for a big contract, I wouldn't do it. But a 1-year deal, absolutely. I don't think Kendall Fuller was the big issue. Yes, he did get burnt here and there, a couple of times, but I don't think we used him right. Jack Del Rio was a terrible defensive coordinator. He was. And that's why I feel like, again, with these coaches, this new staff, it looks good on paper. Hopefully, they'll turn things around. I mean, we got Dan Quinn. I doubt that he will make us, bro. We can't get no worse. This defense, there's no way we can be in the 30s with this coaching staff. There's no way. And if it is, some firing is going on by the end of the season. There's no way. So I just got a feeling if we get Kendall, I'm just saying, if we get Kendall, huh?
You say we can't get no worse, but we're number 2. So obviously we there's one little bit worse. So that's all I'm saying. It's a little bit worse. So yes, we can get worse. But proceed, brother.
No, well, what I meant by that is we can't get no worse this year. When the season starts and the season will be over this year, we ain't seen it yet. There's no way we can get no worse. It can't be. We can't get no worse. This coaching staff, this regime that we got, this GM, all this experience that we have in coaching. You know what I'm saying? It's not like when Ron, he brought all his Carolina guys. Nah, Dan Quinn got a guy from Houston. He got a guy he did get a guy from Dallas. But I'm just saying, like, he was picking spots. Cliff Kingsbury was somebody else. It ain't like he got his offense coordinator from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was grabbing all these brilliant minds. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say Ron really didn't do that. He was like, oh, Carolina. You remember, because everybody was making jokes about us being Washington. What was it?
Carolina Redskins or Washington Panthers.
Washington Panthers, all that bullshit. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, bruh.
Nah, you're not wrong, brother. You're absolutely not wrong. So just to elaborate, you like that Dan Quinn brought a diversity of coaches, different backgrounds, different organizations. Like,
right.
And that, to me, I agree with you there. I think that's what we needed. Like, if you talk to Sean, you could. I used to say it to him all the time. I was like, I hate that it's coming from a Carolina tree, like the Carolina tree, like this coach, Carolina tree, and I called it the laziest recruiting that you can have. It is absolutely lazy to just get somebody that you worked with before. Like,
that's right.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's comfortable, but it's absolutely lazy. And to me, it's like you're not even really getting the best guys out there. You're just doing what feels good for you, what's comfortable for you, and what you trust. And that's not what you're supposed to do as a head coach or a leader of men, or, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the sport you're trying to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So absolutely, Ab. That's why I feel like it's going to get better. It's not going to get crazy better. It might take 2-3 years, might take 4, to get where we want to be. People need to be patient with it, but I think I do believe there will be improvements. It's got to be. Like if it's not Josh Norman, Adam Peters, they will not be pleased. You know what I'm saying? So it's just too much experience in the front office right now. This is the most experience we've had in a long time. So I just got a feeling like, and we got to make a splash in free agency. We got to, and rumors are saying that, bro, with what we got, Adam Peters is not holding back, bro. He's gonna make a splash. So that's what I meant by the Snead situation. I think the Snead situation, absolutely, I would make a splash. I mean, that's my opinion, but I would absolutely. But yeah, also draft a guy, like you said. Also draft. There's finally a white corner in this draft, man. That's awesome, man.
A good one, like
Yeah,
Cooper DeJuan. That's him, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, they have him ranked overall number 7. That's probably too high for me, like overall for a player. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's,
yeah.
I wouldn't say, to me, unless we probably won't even touch like these top 4 or 5 guys,
Uh-huh.
unless if we trade back on the number 2 pick and
Mm.
get a whole bunch of other picks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's stranger things have happened. You know what I'm saying? So
You're right.
we will see. Okay. Misador said, how long do you feel Washington will be in a rebuild? I think 2 years, bro. And that's if they do it right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like, so when Alex says splash, to me that kind of says spend your whole wad. To me, I disagree with that slightly. To me, splash, like it splash meaning like we're serious and we're trying to win now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like that's how I would approach it. And it's not necessarily, and we've talked about this already, Alex, but I'll reiterate this. It's that you want to get guys, not necessarily the top guys, the most expensive guys, but the guys that that are going to start contributing right away. They're going to be starters right away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To
Right.
me, that I would take 3 starters over like one main name any day. You get what I mean? Like, so it just depends on how it's attacked, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And honestly, 2 years, I would say if done right, was it so next year's 24, 25, 26, I think that's when things will change. Now, we were last in the division, and if you look at our division and our division alone, there's never there for like 25 years there hasn't been a consecutive the team that won the division has never won it the next season. 25 years straight. So in saying that, we might win this year. It won't be overwhelmingly good. We might have like 9, 10 games to win, but I still think we're rebuilding even if we do win the division. What you think, Alex?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I think it's going to take at least about 2 years, 2 or 3. I mean, who's to say that we are in a rebuild? I mean, as far as I know, in the interview with Dan Quinn, he was saying something. As far as I know, he was saying something about this is not a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to try to get this team up to where it needs to be. So when you got a whole lot of cap space, again, we're in top of the whole NFL. Man, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, who knows, man? We could get the top linebacker, the top offensive lineman, and maybe the top corner, a top tight end in free agency, and then after that, we'll still have a whole lot of cap space, and then after that, you can go through the draft and go around there. So we might have a complete team, this year. I'm not saying playoffs or Super Bowl, but you never know. I mean, we were surprised we might get 7 to 8 to 9 wins this year. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think it will take at least about 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see what we do in free agency and the draft. But we might have a complete team. We cannot say. I mean, you saw what Houston did. Even though I know Houston had a real good left tackle and stuff like that, and they had their first rounds and stuff like that. But they was a real bad team. They were in the same position as we are now. Then they get C.J. Stroud, and boom, they make the playoffs. So will I say that's us? Doubt it. You never know though. Anything is possible. So what you think?
So, Houston had some really good drafts. So like, keep in mind they traded Cleveland for Deshaun Jackson. They traded Deshaun Jackson to Cleveland and got a grip of picks. 1, 2, and they utilized those picks quite well. They had Laramie Tunsil? Yeah.
He went to the Dolphins, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, he came from the Dolphins. They got that guy. And they, other than Detroit, they drafted very well. Houston drafted very well. So probably one of the best teams to draft to draft well. And they had a whole team already. They really did. And literally the quarterback was like that one pick to complete it all.
Yeah.
So honestly, they've been doing this for a while now. And the head coach too. I'm sorry. The head coach was the finishing touch on it. Head coach, he brought in all the new people, 1, and then 2, the quarterback. So, and that's why I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, the head coach, new quarterback, new pretty much a new regime, and then they got better. So that's what we're hoping for too. So I mean, but I think we got a few more drafts in order to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they got a lot back from Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. Like I said, like me and you both said, bro, it might take 2 or 3 years. It might.
Okay. You guys could always put some money into the edge. Chase Young is a free agent. I don't disagree with that. Just disagree with the Chase Young thing. Unless Chase Young comes over and they know how to use Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? I think Chase Young is a talent. I've always thought that. To me, I just think, just like you said earlier with a lot of people with Kendall Fuller, like they just didn't know how to utilize him. And I agree with that on quite a few people on the team. So Chase, but again, unless they have like a plan on how to use Chase Young, I disagree with bringing him back on the team. What you think, Alex?
Well, I mean, me and you talked about this on the last podcast we was on. I'm sorry, my bad. It all depends on what he can give me, man. You saw what he did in the Super Bowl. If he can give me that 17 games, then I'll sign him. But other than that, man, I don't. I wouldn't bring him back, man. I don't know. I don't know if the relationship is damaged. I don't know. This is a new coaching staff, a new GM, new everything. So Chase might want to come back. You never know. So, and if he does come back, we won that deal with the 49ers. We really kind of won the deal anyways, because he really didn't show up and blow up besides the Super Bowl. I mean, the Super Bowl, we actually saw, that's Chase Young. Like that's finally what, that's what we wanted to see. Even in the playoffs, bro, he looked terrible. He looked out of shape. In that Lions game when the 49ers played the Lions. Go watch that game. Go watch how bad he was. He was sloppy, bro.
I wouldn't say he looked out of shape. He looked lazy. Like
yeah.
like
Yeah.
he looked lazy. He didn't finish the pursuit. And honestly, one thing that teams have figured out about Chase Young is that he gives up containment. And honestly, like to me, I'd go his side often. If like you know what I'm saying, like option often on his side because he gives up containment for the quarterback all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I like like to me, I just like if you have a running quarterback, that's the way to beat Chase Young. It just
Mm-hmm.
is. It really is. And to me, unless they figure out how to say, hey, Chase, this is what you do when they come to your side. Like, I don't even know if they had this conversation with this man before, but it's just this dude, like he's become a liability in certain plays. And if you're gonna pay this man, he should be out in the field like all the damn time. Right?
Yeah. I mean, dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. I, I want guys I can go to war with. And Chase Young, he don't seem like he's a person to go to war with to me. And what we've seen and what he's done in Washington, he's not a guy that I want to go to war with. I want some dogs. I want some dogs, man. I want some guys that ain't on what is on the sideline, worried about worried about the cameras and everything else. Man, he's a diva. That's what he was. And people can say whatever what they want, but in Washington, bro, he just wasn't, man. I mean, you remember in not preseason, but what was it? Uh, what was it? Not 2 days, but what am I talking about, Ab? I'm trying to think.
Training like OTAs and
OTAs, bro. Yeah, he would skip that, bro. He would skip that and do what he wanted to do. You
he's
know what I'm saying?
selfish.
Man, listen, I want some dogs, man. I want leaders. And that's not what he is. I want to go to war with men. And he's just not that. So I, I, I don't know. I wouldn't sign him to he hits free agency, I would not sign him to a big deal. Give me a 1 year deal, a prove it deal. Show me what you can do. You want to come home? Show me what you can do.
I agree with you there. And it's sad because honestly, I would love I was hoping that he would be a longevity here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
um he's gonna be on some Jadavian Clowney type contracts. You know what I'm saying? These 1-2 year deals for the rest of his career. Like I can see it that way, you know what I mean? Like it's just I don't see him he's going to be a traveler, and it's just so sad, man. It's like because I see the talent, bro. I really do. He has it. It's just he you can't play team ball playing that way. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
All
I,
right, so let's
I agree with you.
move on. Okay, it's an hour. It's about an hour. Are you still good or what?
Yeah. You want to do one more topic?
Bet.
One more. What is it? 13? We're at 13.
We're at 13 now.
Uh,
All right, so going to the next one, number 13, we're going draft O-line early. Okay, so this when and I say early, and the reason why I say this is because they're just kind of like the reasoning on why I'm not saying um, on why it's the same reason for the cornerbacks. It's because there's not a lot of O-line like good O-line options out there. And that to me is when I was looking through the free agents, and let's keep in mind this is prior to cuts. You know what I'm saying, like cap casualties, like you know what I'm saying, like that from what I've seen, like just players scheduled to be free agents this offseason. There's not there's nothing that gets my nipples hard. Like it literally is just meh. And like you get what I'm saying. So to me, Alex, this is where, and honestly, this is where we need to make the splash at. Because if we're like, because no matter what anyone thinks right now,
mhm.
I would say it's 95% it's 95. Like I'm almost 95% positive that we're going to have a new quarterback on our center this year. 95%.
A center?
And so we need an offensive line. We need someone, and I already told you, like we need at least 4. So let's and I'm probably exaggerating on 4 because we still have Leno on the team. So
Yeah.
let's say 3. We need 3 more players on this offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Starters, not like actual starters.
Mm-hmm.
And we need and so to me is we need to get that in the draft. Tell me what you think, bro.
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't know if you want to go in free agency and I mean, it all depends on how young these guys are. I know Tyron Smith from Dallas. I mean, Dan Quinn, he might have a connection with that. So I don't know. I know he plays left tackle, so he would take Leno's spot, right? So, or does he play right tackle? He plays right or left. I forgot, but
who?
Tyron Smith, the big guy. I know he's 32 or something like that, but the teams will probably take it. I'm sure the man's still talented. Dan Quinn might have a little connection with that. Who knows? I don't know, but you would have to get rid of Leno, if anything. But if you get rid of Leno, we already talked about that. It would definitely save us some cap. But I don't know. To me, you're right. I would definitely go in the draft and get some guys, man. This right here is very, very important, especially for our franchise quarterback that we will be getting at number 2, it seems like. So we cannot mess this up. You know what I'm saying? We have to get this right. So if we do get a guy out of free agency, it's got to be like that. Like I said, a splash guy that we're going to pay a lot of money for. A young, talented guy that is ranked real good at center, at left guard. One of these guys. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But right now, what I'm looking at in free agency with Tyron Smith, he's ranked 14 coming into free agency, and that's lineman. So I don't know if they would pay that. But if you could find a lineman that's ranked top 5 in free agency, and he's in free agency, we might want to talk about that. We might want to grab that up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, mostly my guys that I would do, I'm like you, Ab. I would want to get young guys in the draft. So and again, we have 5 picks in the top 100, right?
Yeah, top 102. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would definitely at in our second, we got 2 seconds and 2 thirds. So one of those seconds, I would definitely go offensive lineman, and one of those thirds, I would definitely go offensive lineman. Absolutely, no question. I would.
So we do definitely need to draft early. I wouldn't say the first pick because like I have other ways I want to move with that first pick. But the thing about Tyron Smith, and honestly, like so Tyron Smith, absolutely, this dude is awesome, but he's always injured too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of like having a great player, but he's injured 6 games out of the year every year?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like to me, it's like that's like you really have to gauge that. And like honestly, it's like, yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he's the top left tackle out there in free agency and everything like that. But how do you gauge that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in having a great player if he's going to be on the sideline the whole time. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like we need players like, and especially us, like we haven't that hasn't like I can't even remember when we kept the same 5 all year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just that's crazy to me. So when you're looking for an offensive lineman, because like they don't get the respect that they need. Offensive linemen,
they don't.
They literally probably the best in the best shape out of anybody on the field. Like let's just, and they're using all all their muscles. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
My bad, bro. My bad. Daughter
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I understand.
All right. So, okay. So, offensive linemen, they're in every play. They're getting hit every play. They're using all their muscles every play. They are used like they're running every play. Like literally, they they don't have like they are so important, and they are like the most physically able people on that field any given damn time. And
Yeah.
they like honestly, I respect the hell out of them all the way, all the way. I respect the hell out of them, but at the
Yeah.
same time, they often get injured too.
Yeah.
And it just comes with the territory. So
Yeah.
we need someone reliable and that's going to be in there. I'm sorry, we need someone reliable, and that to me that's what you're paying for is how reliable they are.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I like Tyrone Smith, like honestly, if he can stay healthy, but that's a very big if. You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. I
Even
agree.
and honestly, and like because they got sexy names on here. Like honestly, they got sexy names here, but it's but they're often injured too. Tyrone Smith, there's another name, Connor Williams. Hell, this dude's injured already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I would love to have him. I think the one name that I was
Trent Brown. he's
Trent
he's
Brown is
injury too.
Trenton Brown. They got Dwayne Brown. That dude is 39 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got that longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's I think the one name that I'll be like, okay, let's spin the tires on is Jonah Williams. But
Yeah.
but he's one of the top names out there. But
Mm-hmm.
this is a very big but. He's not very good either. You know what I'm saying? Like so there's like you're kind of rolling the dice on these free agents. There's no Trent Williams in free agency. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So, and um that's why I'm saying that we need to draft a offensive lineman. And honestly, I don't even care if it's tackle or guard or center. Like we just need to draft one early because that person, whoever they are, we're going to find a spot on the offensive line, starting offensive line for that person.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
Speak it, Abs. I'm trying, bro. I am trying. That's why I always grab 14 to 16 O linemen. It's a real thing. Sean's just doubling down on what I was saying earlier. These guys get hurt, and they get hurt often. Honestly, it surprises me that teams only carry about 9-10 linemen every year. That really like I'm astounded. That's all they carry all year.
Yeah.
On their roster, active roster.
Yeah. Well, people don't understand how important an offensive line is that, I mean, the reason why these running backs get to do what they do, the reason why the wide receivers get to catch these balls, the reason why the quarterback can be steady in the pocket. I mean, literally, bro, it's because of the offensive line. But that's not what fans look at. That's not what people come to. They don't come to see all that. But the reason why the offense is moving, the reason why the defense is so successful is because of the line. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important. And I hope we get this right because it doesn't matter who's back there. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, Sam Howell got sacked 65 times. Okay, cool. Who you like in the draft? Well, I like Jaden Daniels. Well, he's gonna be running for his life too. So we got to get this offensive line right, people. Like everybody keep trying to say, oh, we can get this guy's better than Sam Howell. I don't give a damn if it was Pat Mahomes back there. He's still gonna be running for his life. So it's just people need to understand that it's very, very important. This is the main position that we have to get right. And if we don't, then everybody keeps shitting on Sam Howell. But if he's the backup, he probably will get another starting job. So because the first string quarterback, the franchise that we hope to be, will probably get injured because we have a terrible offensive line. So offensive line is very important. We need to get it right.
You that was perfectly said, bro. Like honestly, we don't want another RG3 moment. That is honestly just something that I fear often. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, with someone like and I don't want to ruin another quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because legit, if RG3 was drafted by probably any other team, he'd probably be still playing in this league right now. He'd probably be playing in this league still to this day if he was drafted by any other team than us. And that's sad, bro. It's very much sad. And it's because we don't put enough love into, and I'm hoping Adam Peters sees this, already knows you need to put love on this offensive line. Like you need some nasty motherfuckers, like some people that care about their job, that just like they and has pride too. Like they have pride, like you're not gonna touch my quarterback kind of thing. And that's what we need on this offensive line. And we need like 3 or 4 of these motherfuckers. We need these guys.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's why we were the Hogs, man. You remember back then? That's when we was the Hogs. We had average quarterbacks, but we had them Hogs in the front that could protect our quarterback. I mean, that's exactly what we need. I mean, look what Brock Purdy did. He was Mr. Irrelevant, but he had a great offensive line that protected him and to show his skill set. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and people might get upset, Washington fans might get upset, but yes, I do know we probably will be going quarterback at number 2. But the smartest move, I don't care what anybody says, the smartest move is to trade back, get more picks, stay in top 10, top 15. I don't know where, just somewhere in that range, and get an O lineman. It's the smartest pick. And then if you want to battle it out and get a quarterback in the second or third with Sam Howell and battle it out, I'm telling you right now, whatever quarterback we get, it really doesn't matter because the offensive line, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be happy and stuff, but we got to build this offensive line. So if we build it in the free agency, we build it in the draft also with this number 2 quarterback pick that we get, it's all cool and dandy. But I'm telling you, if we don't get it right, and this man going to be running for his life, it's not going to be pretty. So I don't know. That's what I love about, I will say that's what I love about Sam Howell is this longevity and how many times he got hit. He got hit so many times, but the man still popped up. How many quarterbacks how many quarterbacks got injured this year? Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. The list goes on and on.
It was like double digits. It really was.
And Sam Howell kept getting hit, but you know what? He popped back up. but people ain't looking at that though. You know what people looking at? Oh, he had 21 interceptions. Oh, he got sacked 65 times like it was all Sam Howell's fault. Some of it was. He's young. He's a rookie. Rookies are going to have mistakes. Everybody think that once we get Drake May or whoever we get, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, let's say Caleb Williams, he going to have his ups and downs. You got to give it time. And that's what's wrong with this NFL nowadays is they don't give it time no more. Either you Pat Mahomes or you going home. You Pat Mahomes or you going home. You dig what I'm saying? You got to be good or you out. So they don't give it time no more. And I really do feel like Sam Howell could be that guy, but nobody wants to see that. They just seen, we've seen enough. He thrown too many picks. He had the most pick sixes. We're done with him. I don't know. O-line, we got to get it right.
Well, O-line needs to happen, and that's why. So just to your point, the league in general, fans in general, they're impatient, and
we are.
And so, like to me, it's like you like I agree with everything you're saying. It's no one gives it time. No one is sitting there just like this is a process, dazi da. And but to me, my rebuttal, and but at the same time, fans in general are dumb as shit. So like they like you know what I'm saying? They're just like they think they know what they're talking about. Shit, I don't even know everything that I'm talking about. I like you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty knowledgeable, but I don't know everything. But
Right.
just people are just dumb as shit when it comes to football. And they're just like they want the new flashy new toy. And again, it's if you really think about it, it's what's expected come every draft, you know what I'm saying? But and again, I agree with you because literally if you, the smart thing to do, trade back. Smart thing to do, draft a quarterback in the second round. Smart thing to do, get more picks. That's the smart thing to do. But we're like realistically, let's just being realistically, we hired new people to do a job. And realistically, how long has it been since you've been at FedEx Field?
What do you mean?
Gone to a game?
Oh, I never went to one.
Point made. They need to put people into the seats, bro. they need to put people. They need to put people in the seats, bro. Like if
Shit, point
like, you know
made.
what I'm saying? They can't put people into the seats if they running like if they doing boring shit in the off season. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like old boy didn't pay $6.5 million, $6.5 billion just to lose money. You know what I mean? He has to do something to get fans excited to want to come in. And part of that is getting a new quarterback, getting a franchise quarterback. And just to my point again, just to my point, when you are in the top 5 and you don't have a for sure quarterback, you got to draft a quarterback. You have to draft a quarterback in that top 5, especially when you got a top 3 quarterback there. You have to draft a quarterback. It'd be irresponsible not to draft a quarterback when you got a top 5 pick. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you I know that's what they're gonna do. I mean, I mean that's what it's all. That's what it's about, man. It's a quarterback league. You remember back then it used to be defense wins championships. It's not that no more, man. It's offense, man. I mean, I mean, defense still. I mean, do you remember in that Super Bowl, this year's Super Bowl? If you looked up on social media when it was a close game, people were like, people as fans, us, not me, but people were saying, bro, this is a boring game. It's like, no, it's not. It's a defensive game. But
Yep.
nobody wants to see that no more. People want to see this offense keep going. They want to see college. Like, hey, you score, I score, you score, I score. I'm telling you, man, it just nobody wants to see defense like that. No, everybody wants to see, the numbers go up and people want to cheer and people want to see more touchdowns. I mean, that's just what it is. But it doesn't matter what we get. We got to get this offensive line right. And Washington fans, the main thing we need to get right is our O-line. Because, hey, Theismann, RG3, Alex Smith, must I keep going? All right, so if you don't get this right, I'm just telling you, you got to get this offensive line right. We've had histories of going through so many quarterbacks. It doesn't matter what quarterback we get. So
No, you're right. You made valid points, bro. Let me find out Abs is going to the dark side. You'll be picking 15 O linemen in a mock draft in no time. Bro, I mean, it's getting to that point, but I really just hope that we could find 5 good, sufficient ones that can do a decent job. Like, why can't we have like a Detroit Lions type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, was Kevin Zietler is like that? He was Baltimore Ravens. Why can't we get that guy? You know what I'm
I think
saying?
I think he's up in age, ain't he?
34.
Yeah, he's good though. He's good though.
I mean, and that's the thing too. It's like if you're over 30, like in offensive line too, like that's like you're like, you're kind of like, I don't know, like, but we let go. We had Morgan Moses. That dude was legit, and he's still playing top level, bro. Like I
Mhm.
just, oh man, I. It's like we miss on, like we let go of players.
Mhm.
Like when we let go of Morgan Moses, I was irritated because that dude was doing a sufficient job, and he was doing good. He was doing absolutely good, bro. And it's just sad, man. It really is.
Well, I'll tell you a smart move. That dude that you said in Baltimore. I mean, if you get if you get like two veteran guys, let's say we do get Tyron Smith on a 1 year deal. You get that Baltimore guy on a 1 year deal. You have a rookie backing up these veteran guys. These veteran guys could teach these young guys. So when the next year, 2020, what is it, 2025 comes around, the veterans are gone. We did pay them in free agency, but they're gone, and then they train these young guys to come on in and be great. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be a smart move to get some 30-something-year-old guys to come on in and help these young help these young old linemen, especially coming out of college. I think it'd be smart. So we should definitely get some veteran O line in this building. Absolutely. I would.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Like I'm hoping for older guys that can play but also teach. Like so
Right.
that's my only thing. And it's so competitive that and you got to get the right guy because sometimes these guys are like, look, I'm not about to teach you so you can take my spot kind of shit. Like, and I hate that. I hate that mentality. You know what I mean? Like to me, if I was a coach, one of my things would be like, look, I know you're like, I know where you're at career wise, and I know, but I'm gonna need someone that's gonna come in here and teach these young guys how to actually fucking do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if
Right.
this can't be
Right.
you, no problem. That's fine. But I need to know now. And you know what I'm saying? I need to know now, like, because I need like that's what I'm going to expect out of the next person that I get on free agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We need you to have that.
That's where the conversation should be. What's up?
Right. They need to have that Alex Smith mindset. Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah, man.
mean,
All
because
right. So
he didn't
yeah.
matter if it was a starter or not. You know what I'm saying? Alex Smith was, he would teach whoever, and whoever started over him, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he had to teach, he would do that. You know what I mean?
Well, he was broken too, though. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like when he was, you have a
Right.
different mindset when you have one and a half legs. Sorry, I'm fucked up.
Well, Heineke too, though. Heineke was like that. He would help anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that needed it or whatever. So I know you don't like Heineke, but I'm just saying I'm talking about the type of leader that he was. I mean, hey, all jokes aside, we would have never saw Sam Howell in his first game versus Dallas. Remember, the week 17 or whatever, the first time he came in as a starter. We would have never saw him if it wasn't for Heineke. Ron Rivera said that Heineke was a starter in that game, but Heineke was like, "Look, we're not getting nowhere. It ain't like we're going to the playoffs. Let Sam Howell, get a shot." And I respect Heineke for that, man. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of dude, man. He's all about the team. He's not like, "Hey, I'm here trying to be a starter. I don't care about nobody else." Nah, man. And those are the type of guys you want. You want the guys that the love for the game, that respect every player. That, hey, if I'm on the sideline, it's all good. I'll teach you anybody. You know what I mean? I love those type of players.
No, I do too. I do too. I look, honestly, is I don't I love the type of person, his mentality, his the person he is. I love it, love it, love it. My thing is, it's just that people were talking about signing him big contract wise, and like they just like it's a feel good story, but it's not realistic. It's not like this guy, like he shouldn't be there. And I'm adamant about it. And again, I'm not even talking shit. I'm just legit just saying, like, the guy is just does not belong as a quarterback for a professional team. And that's all I'm saying. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I love the person he is. You know what I'm saying? But doesn't mean that he should be leading my team as their franchise quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I respect it. I was one of those guys. So, I'm not down on you. Again, you had your opinion, I had mine. I was one of those guys. I was a big Heineke fan, only because of what I saw from him. He brought he wasn't the biggest guy. He didn't have the biggest arm, but he had the biggest heart on the whole football field. And I felt like if you did have a solid O line, again, we're talking about the same topic we've been talking about. If he had a decent O line, I think you probably could do something with Heineke. But you're right though. I mean, Heineke, he's a real good, solid backup. I mean, that's kind of what he is. But you're right. I agree. I just love his mentality. Don't worry about what's on the field, but his mentality wise, the type person he is, the leader that he can be, I'm all with it, man. I like players like that.
I love it too, bro. I love it too. Like, so any other people that are out there like grinding like that, like, you know what I'm saying, and can get on the team. Honestly, I love the story. It's just I'm just honest when it comes to the football, to the game. That's
I
all.
respect. I
You
respect.
get what I'm saying?
I,
So
I respect.
honestly, I love the story. Keep doing your and honestly, I love that he got paid finally once he went to the
Atlanta,
Falcons, you know what I'm
Atlanta,
saying?
yeah.
So like I'm happy he got paid. Like, honestly, I don't hate a man for getting paid at all. Keep doing what you're doing, but it's just he doesn't belong in the league, and I'm just adamant about it. Love his story, but just don't think and it's going to make a great book one day, but that's all it is, then that's it. All right. So Morgan Moses was my guy. He was our way to freedom. Moses.
He was too, man.
I loved him, man. And I
Yeah, I like
remember
him.
it. Like, I remember it because we saved like $8 million in cap space, but like it was like a position of need. Like we didn't have anyone after him. Like it was one of those things. Like, why? Like, I'm gonna be off in a minute, okay? Ziegler from Baltimore. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Ziegler, Sean. He's a guard. He'll be 34 this year. So I don't think like it'll like. Give me a second. Oh, I don't have how much we'll pay him, but actually I do. For a guard, I have Kevin Dotson, Robert Hunt, and Damian Lewis as potentials in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So those those are guards, and then so there's another tackle, like, and he's another guy that's like 1 year, like Tyrone Smith. I say I got him for a year, 1 year, 10 million, and then I got Mekhi Becton from the Jets. I got him.
I mentioned that.
Yeah, 1 year, 8 million. But again, he's another player that's lazy. So, like, again, it's like one of those prove it deals. It's like they have such their ceiling is there. Like, if they show out, they actually could be good. It's just It's just a matter of, is he going to be overweight during camp, or you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
and that's what's scary about Becton. It's just that he was picked in the first round, and honestly, he almost lost his career because he came into training camp overweight.
Yeah.
Take off your shoes.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you one thing. I think um before we have this season, the start of the season, I do feel like we will surprise a whole lot of people, like in free agency and the draft. And all of us as fans are going to be so excited that it's going to look all good on paper. The whole roster. I got a feeling like the whole roster is going to look so good. You know what I mean? And we just have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been down this road before where everything looks good, but then you know what I'm saying. So but I do got a feeling like we're gonna make a big, huge splash in free agency. What I mean by that is like a couple good players. We're gonna be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised that we might break the bank on somebody. You know, might break the bank on somebody at huge at linebacker or corner or tight end or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So maybe even that running back. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, like Saquon Barkley or something. I mean, if we do get somebody like that, we'd be like, wow, him and B Rob, that's crazy. I don't know. We do have the air raid system, so I don't know how much we can use them two dominant running backs as much, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like we're gonna make a splash in the offseason and in this draft, and we're gonna be so excited. So it's a good times to be a Washington fan. I really do believe that because with this experienced coaching staff and this GM, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're coming to an end. So 6:30. 6:30. Is that a good stopping point for you, bro?
Yeah, that's good, bro.
All right, man. All right, 6:30. We're stopping about now. Okay. My daughter's trying to get my attention, so I'm gonna go show her some tensions right now. She says hi, everybody. That's a
Tell
little
us
All right. So hey man, what do you think, Alex? How does today's show go?
we're great, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate Sean, man. Y'all, I respect y'all. What y'all been doing? Y'all been doing this for a while. Way before me. So I respect it, man. And everybody that don't know me, man, go follow me on Bro Crew Sports Talk on YouTube. I really appreciate it.
That's my man, Alex. My name is Abs, and honestly, I love doing this. Love being on the show with you, bro. We got some more. Hopefully, we can make a bigger dent. Honestly, a lot of this is touching up on free agency, the remaining list. So honestly, it'll be just like a walkthrough over what we've already been like just shooting the shit about already. So probably the top 10 is going to go probably really, really fast. So, me and Alex, we're going to catch up with each other, see when's another time to jump on again. So, Alex, it was great doing the show with you, bro. Honestly, love doing this. Sean, thanks again, giving us the platform and introducing us so we can get through this together. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
sir,
so
bro.
I can let's see if there's any more comments. I was thinking from the guy. I was thinking from the guy from Street Fighter. Oh, yeah, you were. All right. So, guys, honestly, come join us again. We love doing this. We love shooting the shit. We love your input. So come spend another time with us, okay? Me and Alex will talk to each other and try to find out when we'll be able to do this again. All right.
Ab,
What's
this is Whateva Washington.
This is Whateva Washington. What we're gonna get that. We're gonna get better at that, guys. Okay, I promise. Okay, this is Whateva Washington. All right. We'll see you guys when we see you. All right. Out.